Their mind was restless all night. This message will shock you. My beloved child. All night long, their thoughts were chasing your name like a storm that refused to sleep. Something inside them kept pulling them back to you, again and again, like a truth they couldn't run from even if they tried. They turned their phone screen off, then on, again and again, hoping a message from you would appear. Their chest felt tight, their breathing uneven, and their mind, completely restless. And the reason is bigger than you think. Because something huge is waiting for you, something that will flip everything upside down the moment you hear it. They tried distracting themselves, but your face kept returning like a memory with unfinished business. And tonight, you're about to understand why their silence was never silence. It was fear mixed with longing, regret mixed with desire, and a truth they hid so deeply that even they were afraid of it. Amen. 111. Listen closely now. Because what kept them awake wasn't just guilt, it was the weight of something they never expected to feel, the possibility of losing you forever. They scrolled through your old chats, they replayed your voice notes, they reread your last message so many times that their screen dimmed from inactivity. They even whispered your name into the dark, hoping it would calm the chaos inside them, but instead, it made everything worse. Their heart beat faster. Their mind grew louder. Their regrets became clearer. They realized that every mistake, every delay, every hesitation, was leading to this moment. And the shocking part? Someone close to them told them something yesterday that shook them so deeply, it triggered this sleepless night. Something about you. Something they never expected to hear. And now, they can't rest until they face it, until they tell you the thing they've been hiding, the thing that will leave you speechless. Amen. 222. Here's the part they never wanted anyone to know. At around 3:47 a.m., they sat up suddenly, breathless, because they had a feeling, an overwhelming, undeniable feeling, that you were slipping away from them. And the moment that fear hit them, something snapped inside their spirit. They realized they don't just think about you, they need you. They don't just care about you, they are terrified of losing you. And that fear shook them awake more violently than any alarm ever could. The universe kept sending them signs, your initials everywhere, your favorite number popping up, your birthday repeating, your songs playing randomly, and still they didn't act. But last night, those signs turned into a warning. A spiritual pressure they couldn't ignore. A message they are now desperate to deliver before it's too late. And what's coming next, the revelation they are about to make, will not only shock you, it will change the entire direction of your story. Amen. 333. Rise with attention now. Because the night that kept them awake wasn't just any night, it was a spiritual turning point, a moment where every suppressed truth inside their heart forced itself to the surface. While the world slept peacefully, they were sitting on the edge of their bed, hands trembling, mind racing, replaying every memory they ever created with you. They weren't able to blink, they weren't able to breathe normally, because every second reminded them that you are not someone they can replace, not someone they can forget, not someone they can lose. And deep inside, they knew, today, they must face the truth they avoided for months. Something huge is waiting for you, and they know you deserve to hear it. Their fear, their longing, their regret, everything melted into one sharp realization: you are the only one who makes their soul feel alive. Amen. 444. Let me take you deeper now. Because just before dawn, around the hour when the world is silent and only the truth speaks, they heard a voice inside, soft, shaking, undeniable, telling them, if you don't speak now, you will lose them forever. That moment shattered them. They grabbed their phone again, opened your chat, typed a message, deleted it. Typed another, deleted again. Their hands couldn't stop shaking, their heart wouldn't slow down, because this wasn't just a message, this was a confession years in the making. A confession they kept buried because they didn't want to ruin what you two had. But the truth? They ruined themselves trying to hide it. Someone in their life confronted them yesterday, told them that you might move on, that you might have someone new noticing you, valuing you, admiring you. And that sentence hit them like lightning. Their entire body went cold. Their breath stopped. Because the thought of someone else getting closer to you, it destroyed them inside. Amen. 555. Now listen with your soul. Because what they are about to reveal will change everything. They didn't just miss you last night, they felt your absence like a wound. They kept seeing your name, your face, your smile, your voice, again and again, like the universe was pushing them, shaking them, screaming at them to stop pretending. Their mind was restless because your distance is becoming unbearable for them. They never expected to fall for you this deeply, this helplessly, this uncontrollably. And now, the fear of losing you has taken over every corner of their spirit. The truth they are preparing to tell you, the one that has kept them sleepless, breathless, restless, will hit you harder than anything you've heard recently. And once they say it, there is no going back. This confession will not only shock you, it will force them to finally choose you with the intensity they've been hiding all this time. Amen. 666. Now prepare yourself. Because the truth inside them has grown so heavy that their heart can no longer carry it. The moment the sky shifted from darkness to that faint shade of blue before sunrise, something inside them snapped, like a door finally unlocking after years of being forced shut. They whispered your name into the quiet air, hoping it would calm their heartbeat, but instead, it made everything explode inside them. They realized they've been living in denial, pretending that their feelings were manageable, pretending that they could survive without you, pretending that their life was stable. But last night, everything fell apart. Their mind kept replaying the same fear over and over again. What if you move on before they gather the courage to speak? And that thought didn't just scare them, it broke them. Because losing you isn't just heartbreaking, it's unimaginable. Something huge is waiting for you, something tied directly to the choice they are about to make. Amen. 777. Let the truth sink in now. Because while they were awake fighting their own emotions, another realization hit them even harder: they have never felt this restless for anyone except you. Not once. Not ever. Your absence wasn't distance, it was torture. Your silence wasn't time apart, it was a warning. And last night, that warning turned into a fire inside their chest. They couldn't sleep, couldn't think, couldn't escape the memory of your laughter, the warmth of your energy, the connection that always felt sacred. They grabbed their pillow and held it like they were holding a piece of you, because somehow, even the thought of your touch calms them. But in between those moments, a truth echoed again and again: they are losing control of their emotions. And that is exactly why they are finally ready to reveal what they never had the courage to say before. You're about to hear a confession that will make every unanswered question, every moment of confusion, every sign the universe sent, finally make sense. Amen. 888. And now brace yourself. Because the reason their mind was restless all night was not guilt, not confusion, not doubt, it was something deeper, louder, and far more intense. Something they tried to bury but failed. The truth is this: they are in a battle between their fear and their love for you, and love is winning. They realized that no matter how far you go, no matter how distant you become, no matter who tries to get close to you, their soul will always run back to yours. Even if they stay silent, even if they act strong, even if they pretend they don't care, your absence exposes their heart like a wound. Last night, they saw a future where they didn't tell you how they feel, and that future terrified them. Their hands shook. Their throat tightened. Tears formed. Because losing you isn't something they can recover from. The message they're preparing to send you, the one forming in their heart right now, will not only shock you, it will reveal exactly why the universe keeps pulling your names together again and again. Amen. 999. Step into the revelation now. Because the moment dawn finally arrived, they felt a pull so strong toward you that they almost messaged you without thinking. Their heart was pounding, their breath uneven, their hands cold, because they understood something life-changing: they are running out of time to tell you the truth. The entire night, they battled between fear and desire, between silence and honesty, between losing you and fighting for you. And now that the sun has risen, their soul has made a decision so powerful that it will shake your world. They have finally accepted that their restless night wasn't random, it was a divine push. A spiritual moment forcing them to confront what they've been avoiding. Something huge is waiting for you, and the moment they tell you, nothing in your connection will ever remain the same. Amen. 111. Walk closer, because the truth is unfolding. They spent the night trying to convince themselves that they are strong enough to stay silent. But silence broke them. They tried to distract themselves with music, scrolling, pacing, staring at their ceiling, yet every single thing reminded them of you. The way you talk. The way you laugh. The way you look at them as if you can see straight through their soul. And that realization shattered their sleep. Your name repeated in their mind like a heartbeat. Your memories replayed like a movie they couldn't pause. Their spirit kept whispering, "Tell them now, before someone else takes your place." And the moment that fear collided with love, they knew they were done running. They are preparing a confession that will hit you harder than anything said in this entire message, and that confession is already burning in their chest, desperate to reach your ears. Amen. 222. Now listen to this final moment of truth. Because just as the sun turned golden, something happened that pushed them over the edge. They saw your name somewhere, unexpectedly, powerfully, and it felt like the universe was sending a final warning: you will lose them if you don't speak. Their heart jumped. Their thoughts froze. Their entire soul aligned with one clarity: you are the one person they cannot risk losing again. Their sleepless night wasn't just a restless mind, it was destiny waking them up. Whether you realize it or not, your energy is calling them. And the confession they are about to make will not only shock you, it will expose every hidden emotion, every suppressed truth, every silent longing they've carried for you. Prepare yourself, because what's coming next is the message your spirit has been waiting for. Amen. 333. Stand still for this moment. Because what happened inside them after sunrise wasn't normal, it was intense, overwhelming, almost spiritual. They felt your presence around them so strongly that they had to sit down and hold their chest because their heartbeat went out of control. They kept asking themselves why they couldn't sleep, why their mind kept circling around you, why every thought was pulling them back to your name. And then the realization hit them with a force they couldn't ignore: their soul is tied to yours more deeply than they ever allowed themselves to accept. That's why they were restless. That's why they felt pressure in their chest. That's why they couldn't escape your energy. Something huge is waiting for you, and last night was the beginning of it. Amen. 444. Feel the shift now. Because while the world moved normally, they were stuck in a moment of emotional chaos. They kept replaying every word you ever said to them, every promise, every smile, every small detail they once thought didn't matter. But now those details feel like destiny. Your absence is louder than any noise. Your silence feels like a storm. And their heart, no matter how hard they try to control it, keeps choosing you over and over again. They aren't just thinking about you, they're being pulled toward you. Last night wasn't sleepless because of stress or overthinking, it was sleepless because their spirit is preparing them for a truth they can no longer hide. A truth that is going to shock you the moment they finally speak it. Amen. 555. Now prepare for the heart of this revelation. Because around mid-morning, they felt something strange, something powerful, like the universe whispered in their ear, "Time is running out." That single sentence froze them. They realized they've been operating out of fear for too long: fear of losing you, fear of rejection, fear of vulnerability, fear of being exposed. But last night broke all those walls. Their restlessness was a sign, a calling, a warning, and they can't ignore it anymore. They know now that if they don't confess what they truly feel, they will regret it for the rest of their life. Their next message to you will not be casual, not simple, not ordinary, it will be the truth they've carried silently for months. A truth that will shock you, because it's bigger, deeper, and more powerful than anything you're expecting. Amen. 666. Step deeper into their truth now. Because after spending the entire night awake, something inside them finally cracked. They weren't just restless, they were shaken. Their hands were cold, their chest felt heavy, and every time they tried to distract themselves, your memory struck them harder. It wasn't normal. It wasn't random. It was a pull so intense that it scared them. They realized they weren't losing sleep because of stress or worry, they were losing sleep because their soul refuses to let go of you. Their spirit kept whispering your name, pushing their thoughts back toward you, forcing them to confront emotions they've been denying for too long. And now they understand, your connection isn't accidental. It's something destined, something divine, something that won't let either of you run anymore. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 777. Listen carefully now. Because when the day continued, the weight of their sleepless night didn't fade, it grew stronger. They felt strange signs everywhere, your birth date, your initials, your favorite number, sudden memories of you appearing out of nowhere. And with every sign, their heartbeat quickened. They kept touching their chest, wondering why it felt so tight. Why thinking of you made their eyes burn. Why your silence echoed louder than anything else around them. They tried to bury the emotions, but their restlessness transformed into clarity, clarity that they can't keep living in this half-truth, half-confession, half-connection anymore. The truth is demanding to come out. And when it does, it's going to hit you like lightning because it's something they never expected to feel this deeply. Amen. 888. Now hold your breath. Because by afternoon, they reached a point where they couldn't pretend anymore. They looked at themselves in the mirror and saw fear and longing blending into one. Fear of losing you. Longing to speak to you. Fear of rejection. Longing for closeness. Their entire being was torn apart between holding back and letting everything out. And in that mirror moment, they finally realized, their sleepless night wasn't the problem, your silence was. They crave your presence in a way they can no longer deny. They need your voice, your energy, your reassurance. And the message they're preparing to send you, the one that kept them awake all night, will leave you speechless. Because it isn't just a confession, it's the truth of how deeply, dangerously, helplessly they have fallen for you. Amen. 999. Move closer into the intensity now. Because by evening, their emotions weren't calming down, they were exploding. Every moment without you felt heavier, sharper, and more unbearable than the last. They tried stepping outside for fresh air, thinking maybe the restlessness would fade, but the moment the wind touched their skin, your name hit their mind again like a wave. They looked at the sky, hoping for peace, but instead, memories of you flooded them, your smile, your voice, your presence. Their chest tightened so much they had to stop walking. They couldn't understand why it felt this intense, until the truth crashed into them, their soul is in love with you, and their body can no longer hide it. The restless night was just the beginning of a truth that has been building inside them for months. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is tied directly to the confession they can no longer hold back. Amen. 111. Now feel the reality sinking deeper. Because as the day turned darker, their heart grew louder. They couldn't focus on anyone, couldn't talk properly, couldn't pretend to be fine. Someone asked them if they were okay, and for a moment, they almost said your name, because you're the reason behind every heartbeat that's racing inside them. They kept scrolling through their phone, opening your chat again and again, typing long messages and deleting them before pressing send. They are terrified. Not of the truth, but of your reaction. Because what they are about to confess isn't small, isn't casual, isn't temporary, it's life-altering. Their restlessness came from the weight of knowing that what they feel for you is no longer something they can hide behind jokes or small talk. Their feelings have crossed the point of no return, and now the confession they're about to make will change everything between you. Amen. 222. And now, prepare for the turning point. Because just when they thought they could suppress the emotions, something happened tonight, something unexpected, something powerful. They saw a sign connected to you. A sign so clear that it felt like the universe slapped the truth directly onto their heart. It shook them. It made their breath stop. It confirmed everything they've been denying. That sign screamed, "You love them. Tell them. Now." And that's when their restlessness transformed into determination. They finally understood why sleep avoided them, why peace abandoned them, why every thought led back to you. It's because the universe is pushing them toward the moment where they reveal what they've been hiding in their soul. The next message they send you, the next thing they tell you, will shock you. It will expose the depth of their feelings in a way that will leave you breathless. Amen. 333. Come even closer now. Because tonight, their emotions reached a point where silence became impossible. Their restlessness wasn't just mental, it became physical. Their hands trembled. Their legs felt weak. Their throat tightened every time they tried to speak to someone. They kept checking their phone, hoping you would message first, hoping you would break the distance, hoping you would somehow sense their chaos. But you didn't, and that made everything worse. They kept pacing around their room like their soul was searching for you. Every corner felt empty without your presence. Every second felt heavier than the last. And that's when the truth hit them so hard it almost brought them to tears. They can't function properly without your energy in their life. Their sleepless night wasn't an accident, it was emotional truth rising to the surface with unstoppable force. Something huge is waiting for you, and you're about to feel the weight of it. Amen. 444. Let the truth burn deeper. Because later in the night, when everything grew quieter, their thoughts grew louder, so loud they couldn't escape them. They sat down with their head in their hands, whispering to themselves, trying to calm the storm inside. But your name kept echoing again and again, like a voice they couldn't mute. They finally understood that the reason they felt restless wasn't confusion, it was clarity, the kind of clarity that hurts because it reveals how deeply they've fallen. They can't deny it anymore. Every time they picture someone else talking to you, their chest tightens. Every time they imagine losing you, their heart feels like it's breaking. And every time they think about confessing the truth, their breath gets stuck in their throat. Their restless night was a message telling them that hiding their emotions is no longer possible. The confession coming your way is going to shock you beyond anything you've heard so far. Amen. 555. Now listen to this final wave of energy. Because something unexpected happened just a moment ago, something that made their entire body freeze. They heard something, saw something, felt something connected to you. It could have been a memory, a sign, a thought, a whisper, but whatever it was, it struck them so powerfully that their heart almost stopped. It felt like the universe was saying, "This is your final chance. Tell them the truth before destiny shifts." Their mind went blank. Their stomach flipped. Their soul shook. They realized they've been running away from a confession that was meant for you from the very beginning. And now, they're standing at the edge of a moment that will rewrite everything. The message they are preparing to send you, the words forming in their heart right now, will not only shock you, it will reveal how deeply, intensely, and fearlessly they care for you. And once they speak it, nothing will ever be the same again. Amen. 666. Now step into the deepest layer. Because as midnight approached again, their spirit entered a different kind of restlessness, one that couldn't be silenced anymore. Their heartbeat felt unstable. Their breathing felt uneven. They kept touching their chest as if trying to calm a storm happening inside their ribs. They lay on their bed, staring at the ceiling, and your name kept flashing in their mind like lightning. Not once. Not twice. But endlessly. Every time they closed their eyes, they saw your face. Every time they tried to sleep, they felt your energy pulling them back into awareness. And the scariest part? They finally realized that this wasn't obsession, it was truth. A truth so deep that even they were afraid to face it. Something huge is waiting for you, and their sleepless night was the universe's way of preparing them for what's coming. Amen. 777. Let the emotion strike harder now. Because they reached a point where the pressure inside their heart felt unbearable. They turned their phone over, then back again. They stared at your profile picture. They replayed your last voice note just to hear your breath, just to feel your energy, just to remind themselves of how real this connection is. Their eyes burned with emotions they couldn't express. Their chest tightened as if their soul was begging for you. They finally understood that they're not restless because of life, they are restless because of you. Their silence has become their punishment. Their distance has become their suffering. And their unspoken truth has become too heavy for their spirit to carry alone. The confession forming inside them right now, the one they've been avoiding for months, is going to shake you to your core. Amen. 888. Now hold your breath for the shock. Because just when they thought they could hold everything together, something happened, something that froze them completely. A memory of you resurfaced out of nowhere, a moment so pure, so intense, so unforgettable that it brought tears to their eyes. They tried wiping the tears away, but they kept coming. They weren't crying out of sadness, they were crying because they finally understood how deeply you've impacted their soul. They realized your presence isn't something small, it's something sacred. And that sacred pull is what kept them awake all night. Their restlessness is a sign that destiny is about to shift dramatically. The message they're preparing to send you, the one they've been holding in their soul, will reveal feelings so strong, so raw, so overwhelming that your heart will skip a beat when you hear it. Amen. 999.